That's what we were talking about in the open.
That's what Coach Duffy said she wanted to see out of many of these Virginia Tech players this season. Up the floor, here's Baker. And she puts it through, off the glass and in. What does a player like Ramaya White bring to the table when you can give Rose Mishaw the opportunity to get off the floor as Eck puts it up and in? McCann tries to get it inside. Tech with another takeaway. Suffren up to Wenzel. Lays it up and in inside a minute left in the third quarter.
Very big deal. Looking forward to that.
Virginia Tech women's basketball leads at 69-47. Carys Baker doing what she does.
Women's basketball coming this week on Saturday.
Eck throws down low to Mishaw, fighting through the double team. Can't get it to go. Carys Baker tries her luck and one.
Couple of left-handers in there. Talked about the left-handers for Coppin. A couple of left-handed post players in there for the Hokies.
How about Carys Baker, Mac? Eagles looking to put some points on the board. Jones floats it to Lawrence. Being triple teamed and turned away. Matilda Eck with the steal. Pushing it to Nelson. And she'll lay it home.
A quiet night for Lonnie White as well.
Yeah, the bench came in and Lonnie White didn't get much time after that. And Carys Baker with the follow.
7 on the clock. Eck, nowhere to go. Great defense. Baker just beats the clock.
It all this year, and it's tough to navigate for a Radford team when you lose a big leader like that, as Mike McGuire said.
Yeah, and Coach McGuire explained she's still the leader of this basketball team, not on the floor, obviously. That falls to Joy Williams, the point guard, but Ellie Taylor, yeah. As we see Carys Baker shown by both teams.
Hazelton got a hand on it. Turnover again. 19th one of the game. Baker steps into a three. She was wide open and took it.
Gianni Boone.
Carys has 8 rebounds now.
Hokies have numbers here. See what they do with it. White got it out to Nelson. Baker will step into the three and buried it. Nicely executed once again. Get that swing to the top to your hot hand shooter from range. As long as you continue to move, get to the eyesight of your teammates, great things happen.
What Florida State has called it tonight, it's scorers,
Yeah.
because all but 2 players that have seen action are in the scorer's book as Baker splashes the three, and that snaps a...
That's a three-pointer from the corner by Baker. Expected to be tight, and it is. This three makes it a 1-point game. Lonnie White. Good ball movement. A 3-ball by Baker is good.
That's
Her second three, yeah. Wenzel inside for Mishaw. Good ball movement. Baker for 3, good.
She is feeling it. At this point.
Mishaw has it. Now Nelson on the 3-point line.
Oh,
Wow.
Baker
for 3,
wow,
good. Baker's 3 is good. Timeout, Miami.
I felt it when it left her hands, Joe. And look at her. She is ready. She is fired up, and she has her team fired up.
23 for Baker.
2 points, 2 rebounds. Gets it back for the 3. Rebound still over. Baker with the left lays it in.
We hadn't said much about Carys Baker tonight. Yeah, that was a good block. You never want to try and block a jump shooter, but Wenzel got her hand up and got a clean block on Kara Dunn.
Kick to the outside. Baker gets Virginia Tech back on track.
Right.
A perfect record for ACC play. Wenzel tosses it out. Baker from deep. She hits.
Man, I mean, what a game. That's a big top shot by Baker. And you see Wenzel able to find the wide open Baker. Chit-chat right too late, and that's a
86-85. Georgia Tech back on top. Baker has something to say about it. Back in front, 88-86.
Get back up, trying to go to the free throw line for 2, but Baker just setting her feet. Georgia Tech just way too late, and it's like they're getting.
In terms of points scored in a career, a little bit of trouble down on the baseline. But good movement for Virginia Tech and the finish from Eck. UVA
has had a relationship with Coach Box for a long time, but finally got to play with her, for her in Charlottesville.
How did Carys Baker save that ball? I thought that ball was going out for sure.
Well, she still has it now, using a little momentum to her advantage. That's a blocking foul.
Bucket there, and then how about Carys Baker? To the rim through contact.
With Liz Kitley's presence on the interior for the Hokies, three-time ACC Player of the Year, but now that she has become a regular starter, she is turning into that focal point. AAU World, and said she was pleased with what she saw. Committed to the group she had here. Didn't dip too much into the portal, and it's paying off so far this season.
You know, obviously there's a lot more basketball to be played. And like you said, they're trending in the right direction, and I really think they are. As
so a lot of players off his bench. Quigley, Cox, Collier all out there, along with Jones and Rivers. Baker.
I think you're going to need to see more Zam Jones as she's coming back from the injury. It's good for her to get minutes right now for NC State.
Baker.
6-point lead for Notre Dame. Virginia Tech with the basketball. It's going to have to be a quick catch and shoot. It is. Final possession of the half allows the Hokies to pull back within 4. White. Quick pass. Well, good adjustment to find a window, and then it's the latest chance for Baker that counts.
Carys Baker really has played good basketball starting the 1st of November, but she's really picked it up a level here since Christmas.
Translates into a 49-38 victory. Or lead, I should say, as they look for that victory that would snap that deal. And this is going to go down. Another one coming on the backside of it is our player to watch coming in. Carys Baker makes her presence known.
Yeah, she hadn't had a lot of minutes today, but she got fouled on the post-up initially, and then she played through the
from the charity stripe of late.
SMU picking up full court now. A little more pressure. Carys Baker, we showed you some highlights in the open.
Just put you in a nightmare position because they're tall, they're lengthy, that zone. They don't want to give you a lot of free spots, but a better passing team can always beat a zone. You cannot move as fast as they pass it. And Virginia Tech has recognized that. Last couple possessions here, done a good job.
You like that little post to post?
Give a lot of reason to that because they're getting points in the paint.
Sure.
20 already for the Orange.
Baker, nice move inside.
Carys Baker. A good start for her to knock down her first shot.
Yeah, that breaks through in what had been a 7-0 run for Virginia Tech. Peterson, short corner, good. 8-point Virginia Tech lead. Hokies have led by as many as 12. Baker drains it. Now they're hoping to just make this one a close game. Give themselves a chance in the end. White, yes.
Outside of Johnson and Latimore.
Yeah, from the start.
Yeah. Yeah, she took one shot in the first half. She's been a lot more aggressive in the second.
Mackie Nelson, nobody went with her, and she took advantage.
Eck drops it back down to Baker. Baker in trouble. He's got to force it up and forces it in. Apple Hill. Three-pointer, and there's Baker with that smooth left-handed stroke.
They found a way to hang around in this basketball game.
Trying to end a scoring drought that was over 4 minutes, and it's done there by Baker. Ending a 4-minute drought in style as they've now tied it 43 all. You see Baker here be so good at using her body to get inside and around the basket. Rarely misses those. Lefty Baker, nothing but net.
Yeah, I'm excited to see her in person as well. Just someone who is that prolific. And of course, you wonder, does it raise up the competitive juices a little bit for...
Had 20 points in her debut way back when. Feels like such a long time ago. Wenzel right to the basket, has an early 4. Boston College is 5 for 7 from the floor to start this game. Tech on the other side is 4 for 6 and make it 5 for 7 as the three-pointer goes.
Anya Poole had a tough showing against Louisville, had 6 points. Oof! As the 3 ball gets going early for Virginia Tech.
And
Morgan, 7 on the shot clock, crosses over, and then blocked, stays with it.